Welcome guys, we are doing an Italian campaign and this is the first 1.05 beta campaign that I've done, that I've recorded I should say. I've done all 6 of the decades with France just to see how the game works, and I'm pretty comfortable in how most of the things work. There's still a few things that I'm a bit unsure about, but I think I've got most of the system down. So what we've done is we've put all of our ships into Ancona, and what we will be doing is trying to blockade Cataro, or however you pronounce that. So let's start the campaign. Okay, so first things first, as usual, set up your finances. Now, I'm only going to be building torpedo boats in this, so I don't need to worry about upgrading the shipyard. What I could do is go into some small guns, but what I really want to do is get the torpedo propulsion and torpedo size. I could even go for torpedo tubes. Yeah, why not? That's all I really need with torpedo boats. So. Okay, so with the task fleets, you can just stick them anywhere you want. I'm going to try and block this area to prevent them from being able to leave. Now, the way that you move your fleets is you can't put them within a certain range of enemy ports, but it's not by these squares, it's actually by a radius. But you can't see what the radius is, so it's a bit of trial and error. So I'll try clicking smack bang in the middle of this square, and it looks like we're okay. So you can, if you want, try and get a little bit closer. It looks like we can get there. Bit closer still. Wow. I'm amazed. I'm amazed. I wonder why I'm allowed to get so close. Normally it doesn't let you get that close. Well, let's go there. Why not? See what happens. Looks like they've got all their battleships over here. But yeah, I'm just going to move. As you can see, the size of my task fleet is huge, and that's because I've gone for a power projection ship. So if you didn't watch the first episode, what I've done is I've designed a battleship which is not very combat worthy, but it's got massive power projection. So I've gone for huge draft and lowest beam. This means that it's the worst accuracy that you can have for a ship, but the best power projection operational range. So that's all I've designed the ship for. It's not going to be doing hardly anything in combat. All it's doing is letting you have a big radius and a large power projection. So I'll show you how that works. If you see here, you hover over each of the sea areas, it'll tell you how much power projection you've got, how many of your fleets are there. So we've got a 4,100 power projection in this Eastern Mediterranean. They've obviously got more than I have, but that's because they've got 13 battleships, 32 armoured cruisers, but we've almost got as much as them. We've got 2/3 with much less ships, so that's pretty decent. So what I'm going to be doing is just skipping forward one turn, so I can then build a load of torpedo boats. I think with the research being as close as it is, 1 month for torpedo propulsion, I might just wait a month. Okay, so with these task fleets, just leave it on seat control. I've never had a battle from invade. Protect, you don't get many battles at all. I have actually had 2, but not many at all. sea control, you get quite a lot of battles, so just leave it on sea control. Repair priority, I'm not 100% sure what this means. I originally thought it was similar to the Hearts of Iron system, where your ships will retreat to a port if they get damaged by a certain amount. But it seems to be that no matter what you choose, they just always retreat to a port if they're damaged, so no idea what that's all about. You can only fit about 23 ships on the screen at the moment, because we haven't got a scroll bar on this, so if you go more than that, you can't select any of these because it gets underneath the screen. So never put more than 20 to 23 ships in a task fleet. If you put task fleets too close to each other, they merge as well. So if you want to make sure that you don't accidentally go over 23, don't try and put another task fleet near a different one, or they might accidentally merge. Okay, let's see what the next research is for that torpedo propulsion. I want to get fast. Right, so it's not fast torpedoes, so I'm not bothered about this. The only thing I really want is the fast torpedo propulsion. So I am going to build a load of torpedo boats now. Now I've got 6.6 million monthly balance, so I can build 6, wow, okay, a lot. 6.6 million, 91 torpedo boats, happy days. And then what I'm going to do is just put them all into Ancona. And then it's just a case of skipping turn until you get a battle. That's pretty much it. You don't need to protect your ports. I think everything works off sea zones now, so you don't need to keep any ships in port if you don't want to. Just put them all as a task fleet, and then just protect each sea zone as you see fit. So, as far as I'm aware, the enemy can't attack your ports if you've got no ships in them anyway. So the only thing that you need to worry about is power projection. So if the enemy have got ships, because I've got ports in the Western Mediterranean. If the enemy put ships in the Western Mediterranean and get a power projection over it, they'll start sinking your transports there. So you might need to then send a task fleet into the Mediterranean, but I don't think it matters where you place them. So just place them anywhere. But the majority of the time, you can just put it right next to their ports and forget about them, then just keep hitting next turn until you get a battle. So I'll probably just cut out all of the skipping bits now. So I'll see you when the battle starts. Okay, so we've just unlocked fast torpedo propulsion. Now, the refit ship button is, or the system I should say, is pretty damn terrible in this game. It's riddled with bugs. But I've never tried to just change a torpedo propulsion before, so we're going to test it. So what you have to do is click on the ship that you want to change, click View, click this refit button, then you want to change the thing that you want to change, which is torpedo propulsion, and it won't let us. So there you go. It doesn't work. So there's loads of things that don't work. Changing any of this stuff doesn't seem to work. So and it doesn't even add your newly researched things. So just never use the refit mode. That's that's all I can say really. So what we're going to have to do, if we want to build some fast torpedo propulsion ships, we're going to have to actually design the whole ship again which is a pain in the arse, which I can't be bothered to do. So if I need to later on down the line, I will. Okay, so far, as you can see, I've skipped 3 years and I haven't had a single battle. For some reason, Austria doesn't like to fight. If you did the same thing with Germany, you'll get a lot more battles. But with Austria, they just don't seem to want to fight. So yeah, it's not a great system. They definitely need to improve this. If the enemy don't want to fight, we should be able to port strike. But that's not how it works at the moment. So for whatever reason, I was losing transport ships in the Western Mediterranean, even though the enemy didn't have any power projection here. So it looks like you might need to put one ship in each zone just to prevent them transport losses. So I've just moved a battleship over. I'm blocking this strait here, or whatever you want to call it. But I don't know if this does actually work or not, but in case it does work, I'll block the strait to prevent any ships going through. But I don't think I've ever seen any enemy ships come through here anyway. Okay, so we're going to continue on, hitting next turn a million times to see if we actually get a battle. Fingers crossed. Okay, so we managed to get a battle with the Germans, and we've got 204 ships in the battle. And as you can probably tell, my PC can't handle it. So we're gonna get there. We're gonna win. We're gonna be able to finish the battle. But I think the one thing I've learned from this is don't try and use 204 ships in a battle. The problem is the enemy had 80 something, and I had 120. So yeah, it's going to be tough to get a battle where the enemy don't take too many ships and destroy the capabilities of your PC. Yeah, it's rather amusing. Now, I think it's probably because it's 13 years into the campaign and there hasn't been any battles, so there's too many ships in the campaign, and that's why it's generated such a large battle. Well, because this is agonisingly painful, I think what I'm going to do is end the recording here, and then I'll pick up later on in the battle when hopefully the performance might have improved when some ships have been destroyed. Well, I think we've finally reached a small enough number of ships for the performance to actually be acceptable. I have encountered a couple of bugs though, unfortunately, where certain ships like this one and another one that was over here don't sit on the water surface level properly, and so torpedoes just pass directly through them, which is rather annoying because I've torpedoed a shitload of my own ships where they've been firing at these ships, passing straight through and hitting some of my own ships on the other side. Oh dear. So yeah, rather annoying bug that one is. Oh dear. This ship's turned into a submarine. Oh god, you gotta love it, haven't you? Okay, so obviously there's a lot of this battle cut out, but the performance was just so low that I couldn't justify putting it in a video. So unfortunately I've encountered a couple of really nasty game breaking bugs, which has made this battle 10 times harder than it needed to be, unfortunately. But fingers crossed we might get there. So we've lost a heck of a lot of ships due to one of the bugs, where the torpedoes were just passing straight through enemy ships and hitting my own ships on the other side. So that's been a big problem. And one of the other bugs is ships that are completely undamaged travel at 2/3 of their maximum speed. I'll see if I can find them. Unfortunately, all the battleships and torpedo boats are all mixed up here. Well, it looks like all the ones that were travelling below the maximum speed have been destroyed. Unless he's one of them. So let's take him out of the division and find out. So this bug is basically caused by combining divisions together, and when you do that, the maximum speed gets capped at 2/3 of the amount. Looks like this isn't one of the ships that the bug's being caused to, though. I think all the ones that did have the bug have been destroyed. This might have been one of them, though. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think this is one of them. So as you can see, it unfortunately is its funnel's been destroyed, so it's not easy to tell. We'll keep an eye on him though, see if it goes above 16.4. 14.3 it was, sorry, not 16.4. Of course, 2/3 of 21 is 14. So yeah, as you can see, 20.9 is what it should be, and exactly 2/3 of that is 14.3, which you'll never go above. So that's the other bug that's really nasty. Doesn't seem to be as common as it used to be, but it's still around. It's been around ever since I started playing this game like 2 or 3 months ago. Sadly, the devs have never fixed it. I don't know whether that's because they don't know about it, even though I've mentioned it multiple times, or if they just can't find a way of fixing it. Well, unfortunately, because that ship is close to this battleship, I'm not going to get the end battle button. So this could drag on for a ridiculously long time. I'm tempted to just leave battle from the main menu and just accept the losses. But I might just end the recording here and chase them down. Well, I got bored of chasing them, so I just ended it. Well, we lost 79 ships, and I'm guessing that at least 50% of them were from friendly fire. Two of their armoured cruisers sailed straight through my lines and didn't get. They had the torpedo immune bug, and so all of my torpedo boats shot straight through the two enemy ships and hit all of the other torpedo boats on the other side. So yeah, I'm guessing 50% of them losses are friendly fire due to that, or them two bugs. But somehow we didn't lose a battleship, even though two of them got hit by the friendly fire torpedoes. I fully expected to lose one of them at least. But victory points still heavily in our favour, so more than double despite all the friendly fire losses. Let's have a look, see if we get the victory point bug where they get our victory points. No, we got our victory points, so that's always good. So we're going to need to resend our fleet back out again, because they always retreat the entire fleet even though half of them are still undamaged. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to need some more torpedo boats to replace the ones that we've lost. Looks like we're already building a load of ships. Although they're all battleships, not torpedo boats. Oh, that was it. I was going to try and win a power projection war against the Austrians because I can't fight them in combat. So yeah, obviously this isn't going great because of all the bugs. But it's still fun. He's been there for 14 years. I bet he's sick of sitting outside Kataro. 58 battleships. Oh dear, what a joke. What a joke. Well, the devs have got a heck of a lot of work on their hands to fix all these bugs. It's at least 10 major bugs that I know of, at least 10. And I can't say I'm too hopeful about them fixing 2 or 3 of them because they've been around for a long time and they've never been fixed. Well, we've obviously got a lot of repair bills, but we've got a big buffer in cash to soak most of that up. So I'm guessing it's going to be a while until I get another mission again, so we'll call it an end to this episode, and I'll pick up when I get another mission. So cheers for watching, guys, take care and I'll see you soon.